it's your girl T, and I wanted to talk about this really sad case. It's coming from Waldorf, Maryland. I remember hearing about it a few days ago. What happened is that there's this 24-year-old mother. Her name is Romechia Simms, and she was basically out at the park swinging her baby non-stop for several hours in a swing. And neighbors started getting really concerned because they said she had been out there about 6 hours just pushing this little boy back and forth in the swing, and she was non-coherent. So the neighbors called the police, and when the police got there, they discovered that this little boy was dead. So when I heard about this online, I felt really bad for the mother. I'm like, did the baby just have SIDS? What happened to the child? And at that point in time, they never released the baby's age. I didn't know if the baby was, 1 year old or younger. But now the baby's father, James Lee, is coming out and he's speaking out about the situation. He's saying that his son that passed away, his name was Ji-Aire. He was 3 years old, and basically he had petitioned the courts a month in advance that he wanted full custody of his son because he felt that the mother was not fit enough to take care of the son. He was saying that the mother was showing all types of signs of going crazy. She was having a lot of issues, and at that point in time, he felt that she was not fit to raise their child. And he tried to get custody of the little boy, but the judge would not give him custody, and now the little boy is dead. This story is so heart-wrenching. I want you guys to go ahead and watch his news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Maryland father is grieving after his son was found dead while in the custody of his mother. We have to warn you now, this story is very disturbing. Police say the mother was found pushing the dead child in a swing for hours. Tonight, Fox 5's Lene Burns has the father's reaction to the bizarre behavior.
It's my little man. He loves having fun. Just like me, we always, it's my little man.
James Lee is a broken-hearted father. His son, 3-year-old Ji-Aire Lee, was found in a swing at Wills Memorial Park in La Plata Friday morning. Police say his mother had been pushing him in the swing for some time, perhaps even overnight, when they arrived on scene. It's hard for him to hold back tears as he remembers that fateful call.
And he told me I needed to get there quick. So I left where I was at and went to Waldorf, La Plata, wherever they was at.
James Lee came to court about a month ago asking a judge for full custody, believing that's what would be best for his son. He says he's angry and frustrated because he felt like the judge wasn't hearing what he had to say. That was the last time he saw his son.
I'm not saying she was an unfit parent, but at this particular time, she wasn't fit to take care of our son. And when I presented my case, I felt like he should have looked detailed and looked in more depth of what was being said rather than trying to ice it over so we can, co-parent.
Lee recalls he was supposed to pick up his son on Saturday morning, but was trying to rearrange his plans to pick him up earlier because of scheduling issues. But he couldn't get a hold of his boy's mother.
I called her all day Thursday morning, Wednesday night and Thursday morning. She didn't answer the phone no more. She stopped answering my calls. Friday morning on my way to work, I was about to be on my way to work, her mother calls me and said that my son was gone.
Police say the autopsy performed has not revealed the cause of death. They are still searching for answers as they put together a timeline of events leading to the toddler's death. The mother remains in the hospital undergoing mental evaluation. And as Lee prepares to lay his son to rest, he is depending on his family and his faith.
That's what's getting me through. Friends and family. That's all you need. And faith in God. That's all I need. It's going to be tough, but we're going to get through it.
Such a heartbreaking story there. The family has set up a GoFundMe account for funeral expenses. And if you would like to help out, you can go to our website for more information, myfoxdc.com.
All right, so you guys just watched that heart-wrenching video, and I feel so bad for the father. My heart definitely goes out to him and to the family. No child deserves to lose their life at the age of 3. And right now, the autopsy reports have still not been released, so we don't even know how this young boy died. We don't know if he was murdered, if he was hurt, if he, just died in his sleep. We don't know if the mother killed him or not. But somebody needs to be held accountable for this situation. It's really sad that the judicial system does not have the father's best interest at heart. And it seems like so many times when fathers go to petition the courts to try and get custody, or if the mother's unfit, a lot of times their demands are ignored. You know, and for him to have petitioned the court a month ago and now this little boy is dead, I think the judge is very much at fault. And I think that this court case needs to be reviewed, and if they find that the judge did not do everything in his power to protect this little boy, I think the judge should very well get in trouble, because when the man said that he had doubts about her mothering abilities, at that point in time the judge should allow the father to have temporary custody and made the mother have a psychiatric evaluation. You know what I'm saying? They could have had a 72-hour hold on her, make sure everything was okay, and then gave her back the son if everything, you know, panned out. But I think for them to ignore the father's request was simply a slap in the face to him, and now for his son to be dead, I mean, the whole situation is just heart-wrenching. And it's sad because if the mother was going through something and she was going through a lot of mental issues, then she should have asked for help. I also saw another video where her mother was also on the news talking, you know, and it just makes me think, like, did nobody else see that this one was going through like a mental breakdown? If her baby's father could notice this and they weren't together, how come the mother didn't notice this? You know, I just felt like, you know, more people should have stepped in and got involved. The father tried his best, but unfortunately for him, the system did not work in his favor. And I think that the court system really needs to relook at a lot of these cases when the fathers are saying that the mothers are unfit. This is like the third case I've done this year where hindsight is 20/20, where the father has fought for custody, where the father has said that the mother was not a good mother, she was having, you know, mental issues, there were things going on with the mother, and judges still turned around and gave the mother the children, and then the children end up dead. So the whole situation is just really, really unfortunate, but like I said, my heart definitely goes out to that father. And to me, this is what you call a good father. And that's why, once again, I did not respect those fathers in Detroit, ones who had the 2 kids by the mother who killed her children, put them in the freezer. This man right here, James Lee, is what you call a good father. He noticed something was going on with the mother. He petitioned the courts. He tried his best to get custody of his child. He didn't disappear for 2 years and play crazy and not, you know, be involved in his child's life. This is what you call a concerned and caring father. Those other 2 guys in Detroit, they're still on my shit list, because there's no way in hell that you can go 2 years without knowing about your child's well-being, without checking on your child, going to your child's school, making sure that everything's okay. But then once everything is done, you want to play victim. So this is the difference between a responsible, caring, concerned father and a father who's just trying to show up and show out for the cameras. So I hope more fathers follow James Lee's suit when they see something wrong that's going on in their children's lives, and they try and fight it, and they try and get custody, and they try and get the mothers evaluated, as opposed to just, you know, wiping their hands of the situations and leaving their children to be hurt or killed by some of these crazy psychotic mothers out here. So anyways, like I said, go ahead and leave a comment. Let's get the discussion popping. Let me know your thoughts on this entire sad situation. All right, deuces. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovely T, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.